This has been typed before, but we'll repeat it. Americans have a seemingly unquenchable thirst for three-row SUVs. They're this century's midsize family sedan. In many cases, today's three-row SUVs are actually based on midsize car platforms. No time to debate the merits of such a trend, rather, today we'll focus on what to do if your helicopter parenting obligations include the occasional trip over some unpaved roads. What do you do with your car-based crossover then? Brands are increasingly trying to butch these up, and the latest example are the new X-Pro variants of the 2023 Kia Telluride. To put its off-road upgrades to the test, we're pitting it against the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4 Overland. That's right, Kia versus Jeep. On paper, certain aspects of these two family machines are remarkably close: horsepower, torque, and even weight, for instance. In other areas, like size and price, there's a bit of a gap. A similarly priced Jeep can easily be configured, so we feel the similarities outweigh the differences, and the Jeep's off-road heritage serves as the perfect measuring stick for the Kia's new X-Pro off-road aspirations. The X-Pro's suspension is raised 0.4-inch, and its 18-inch wheels wear rugged Continental all-terrain tires. So, which of these two three-rows is better than the other off-road while still delivering the around-town refinement and versatility customers are clamoring for? When the Kia Telluride first appeared on the scene for 2020, it was the hot new thing. We love the handsomely boxy rig, naming it our 2020 SUV of the year, and its strong design helped us choose Hyundai Motor Group's Peter Schreier as our 2020 Person of the Year. But as all carmakers feel compelled to fiddle with their vehicle's styling every now and then, Kia reworked the Telluride's face for 2023 and didn't improve things. The headlights look like the double-strip LEDs worn by Hyundai's Genesis luxury models, albeit turned 90 degrees vertical. Also, we dug the orange-colored rectangles that surrounded the old headlights, on nicer trims, at least, which were more distinctive than the new white ones. Most egregious, however, is a lower secondary grille that looks as tacked on as any afterthought and causes you to second-guess Kia's actual grille shape. The Jeep Grand Cherokee L is handsome, and from front to back it's just a solid, classic, if slightly conservative, design. Also, the tires on the Jeep are appropriately sized, the shoes worn by the Kia are undersized, and that SUV sits weird as a result. Winner, Jeep. At least among the two specific competitors here, price is a big differentiator. The Jeep costs about $8,000 more. A sub-overland spec Grand Cherokee L wasn't available for this test, so we made do with the pricier version. Spend time inside both, however, and you quickly conclude the Grand Cherokee L's interior actually is about $8,000 finer than the Telluride's. The materials are better everywhere, and there's a strong sense that you're in a more luxurious vehicle. The Kia is nice enough, but it's more clearly a mainstream offering in line with the brand's smaller Sorento and Seltos models. Hyundai/Kia/Genesis employs many ex-BMW folks, the originators of the one-sausage, three-length school of car design, so it's little wonder the Telluride feels like its less premium stablemates. The controls and the infotainment screens of both vehicles are quite similar, with Kia slightly edging out Jeep in terms of ease of use. But again, when it comes to which SUV we'd prefer to spend time in, it's the Jeep all the way. Unless we're talking the middle row, Kia wins here with wider and more comfortable seats. The third rows are, in the words of senior editor Aaron Gold, equally useless. Poring over the spec sheets, the previously mentioned similarities come into focus. Both come with biggish V6 engines, 3.6 liters for the Jeep, 3.8 liters for the Kia, and put out nearly identical numbers. The Jeep gets 293 horsepower and 260 pounds-to-foot of torque, the Kia a fine 291 horsepower and 262 pounds-to-foot. Both use 8-speed automatic transmissions and full-time all-wheel drive, though it must be noted the Jeep has a transfer case with low-range gearing, a more serious off-roading setup, along with adjustable hide air springs. The Kia has fixed metal coils. Add in that the Grand Cherokee L is 8.0 inches longer than the Telluride, with a wheelbase 7.5 inches longer, and it's wild that the Jeep weighs 62 pounds less, 4,965 versus 5,027 pounds. Despite the negligible differences in power and weight, generally shorter gearing helps the Telluride smoke the Grand Cherokee in a straight line. The Jeep needs a full 7.7 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour, while the Kia needs only 7.0. The Grand Cherokee L lumbers down the quarter mile in 15.9 seconds at barely above freeway speed, 87.8 miles per hour. The Telluride gets it finished in 15.2 seconds at 92.8 miles per hour. The Kia 2.5-tonner stops from 60 miles per hour in 123 feet, bang on average for the class. to the Jeep's 132. The Kia's straight-line advantage is gone when it comes to instrumented dynamics. On our test track, not only is the Grand Cherokee capable of pulling, slightly, more Gs on a skid pad, 0.82 grams versus 0.79, but the two are also basically tied around our figure-8 course with the Grand Cherokee L ahead, 27.3 seconds to the Telluride's 27.5.